welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video, we are going to be doing a wrap-up of the 5 foundations from January that I did. The 5 days of foundation, the first week in January, and I have them all sitting in front of me here, and let's go ahead and talk about them. So I do have on my phone here the order in which I posted those videos. So the first one was the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. The second one was the Rimmel Lasting Finish Foundation. The third was the Ulta HD Soft Focused Foundation. The fourth video was Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. And the fifth one was the CYO Long Lasting Life Proof Foundation. So now I think it's time to go ahead and talk about the 5 foundations and talk about what I liked about them, what I didn't like about them, and what was my favorite and what was my least favorite. I am going to go ahead and put a picture right here real quick of the 5 foundations on my arm. Actually, I'm going to do a little quick video clip of the 5/6 foundations. All right, everybody, so here are the 5 foundations for January. The first one here is Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in the color 00A or Porcelain. The second one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 in the color 01 Creamy Vanilla. The third one here is Rimmel Long Lasting Finish in 091 Light Ivory. The fourth one is the Ulta HD Soft Focus Foundation in the color Light Cool. The fifth one here is the Neutrogena Hydrating Tint in the color 10 Classic Ivory. The last one here is the CYO Long Lasting Life Proof Foundation in the color 101. So there are all of the 5 foundations for January. All right, so let's talk about the one I like the least. My least favorite foundation, you probably, if you watched the series this month, you probably already know which one my least favorite was. And I've tried these. I've actually tried these several times. I've worn each foundation at least 3 or 4 times, sometimes more. I will tell you some details about each one of them. So my least favorite was the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. My biggest issue with this was how cakey it looked. So this is a drugstore foundation, but it is extremely full coverage, extremely. And for me, because I have so many skin imperfections, this just sunk into every single crevice in my skin, whether it be a pore, whether it be a scar, whether it be the acne scars I have. It just sunk into everything. And I feel like it aged me significantly. I was not happy with this. I tried it several times. In fact, I had worn it for my December beauty box makeup look from, the end of December. I just really don't like this foundation. It doesn't work well with my skin. The coloring is off. I just flat out do not like this foundation. I tried using more of the porcelain, less of the creamy vanilla. And, the coloring I was able to get to work out a little bit, but no matter what I did, powder, no powder, different primer, the same primer, every combination I tried to use this foundation with, it just did not work with my skin. So, sorry, Milani, but this one just didn't work for me. So if you like a full coverage foundation, you might like it, but not for me. All right, my number 4. Might actually come as a little bit of a surprise to you guys. My number 4 foundation isn't even a foundation. It is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. I don't think this is bad in any way, shape, or form. It is the lightest one that I tried this month, the light, and I like light foundations, like light weight wise, not light coloring. But it was the lightest foundation I used. I do really like this if I'm only going to be wearing it for a short period of time. So I think I got some comments that said, you know, it's really good to run errands in and that sort of thing. And I actually wore this during some recent filming that I did, but I only had it on for like 3 or 4 hours and it wasn't bad. It actually looked really nice at the end. And I think I said that, if I remember correctly, in my original video, that just the length of time is what really killed this one for me. And the only reason why it's my number 4 is because it's not, I mean, it says right on here, moisturizes and plumps skin for 24 hours. I don't know that that's necessarily a 24-hour wear time, but it definitely doesn't last 24 hours. It starts to really break down and just not look as nice. But it's not a bad foundation. Actually, the only one I really probably will not wear again is my number 5, the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This one I will wear if I'm not wearing it for a long period of time and I just want something lightweight that's going to look natural on my skin and just be fine. And it's fine. It's not a bad foundation. It's just, and it's not even a foundation, hydrating tint. It's almost like a hydrating moisturizer. I'm sorry. Yeah, a hydrating moisturizer. It's almost like a tinted moisturizer. So this one actually I did like, but it's not it would not fit the bill as a foundation for me. I've worn it without primer. I actually do like this without primer. So yeah, not a bad product, just didn't stand up to the other ones that I'm going to talk about. All right, my number 3, and you can probably guess this one. This one you might have guessed was my number 4, but is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour with Comfort Serum Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Foundation. Now, I think I had a comment on this one that asked me to try it with a different primer. I did, and I liked it a lot better with different primers from what I wore in the original video. A lot better. I've actually worn this without primer and I liked it a lot better. Now, I have not put this up to an 8 or 9 hour test before. A lot of the times I'm wearing makeup, it's just for filming. So like in contrast, the Milani, I put that on for one video and I had to take it off. I could not wear it for multiple videos. I just did not like it. I do not like that foundation. This one I'm able to put on and wear for a couple of hours for videos, but I have not put it up to an 8 or 9 hour test again, other than, you know, the video that I filmed in the beginning of the month. So this one, again, it's my number 3. It's not bad. The color is not quite right. I do have some lighteners. I have the e.l.f. Lightener and darkener. So I can definitely try it more with that. And I think what I'm going to do is try this with actually other foundations. Foundations that are too light. Actually, one of the last 2 on here I feel is a little bit too light for my skin. And I did not mix it with this yet, but I think they might work really well together. So not a bad foundation, not as bad as my first impression. Yeah. This one actually didn't do as bad as what I thought during that first impression video. I'm still going to never be a full coverage girl, but for wearing it for a couple of hours, I could probably do that. Or like a special event or something. All right, so my last 2 for January is the Ulta HD and the CYO. So I literally just today got back from work travel. I've been on work travel for the last 4 days, and I wore makeup for 3 out of those 4 days. I did not wear makeup today, so I spent half my day on travel and half my day home. These are the 2 foundations I took with me. So the question is, which one did I like as number 2 and which one did I like as number 1? I'll give you a second to take a guess. Anyhow, so my number 2 foundation, and I'll explain why. The number 2 foundation was my Ulta HD Soft Focus. I like the color on this. I feel like my color match, this is so close to my natural skin tone that it's crazy. Like, this is really, really nice on my skin tone. It's almost an exact match. I am in the color light cool, if you're wondering. But I really do like the color match on this. I think the wearability is there. But I did have this on for one of the days this week. I wore this on Tuesday. I'm filming this on Friday. But I wore this on Tuesday. And by the end of the day, my skin was just really done with wearing this foundation. I feel like it does transfer, which it's not a huge problem, but it's not a problem, if that makes sense. It's not huge, but it's still a problem. So it's not bad, but personally, I don't like to feel like my skin's itchy with foundation, because then I'll like itch my skin and I'll be like, oh crap, it's on my nails. Now I got a big mark on my face. And it doesn't do that for most of the day. It's just towards like the end of the 8-hour wear period. I think if you would wear this for maybe 6 or 7 hours, you would be okay. If I remember correctly from my first impression video, I did enjoy this foundation on the day that I wore it for that impression video. But overall, this is a good foundation. I just feel like it's not a long wearer, but I don't usually wear foundation for very long. So I really struggled with 2-in-1 this month, very much so. And the only reason why number one, or the main reason why the CYO ended up being number one, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but the main reason why is because of that. Because by the end of the day, I really wanted to get this off my skin, because I just felt like I just felt like I needed to get it off, if that makes sense. But it's not a bad foundation at all. So, my number one foundation, the CYO Long Lasting Foundation. I think this might be the most inexpensive one. I think this is $7 for a full ounce. And I think this might be the most inexpensive or the most cheap foundation of all the ones I tried this month. In fact, I think this might be the most inexpensive foundation I've tried ever, with the exception of maybe one e.l.f. product. I think the e.l.f. foundation might be $6, but then again, it might be $7, so I'm not sure. So that did play a little bit into a part of this, is the fact that this is so inexpensive and such a good quality. It's the foundation I'm wearing today. I'm getting a little bit of settling around my mouth, but I think that's because of the primer I put on. I tried a new primer today. I filmed another video for this look, which will actually post tomorrow. So I did try a new primer, which I think is what's causing it to settle into some of my pores down here around my mouth. But I love the way this feels on my skin. And this is a little bit light. So when I said I was going to mix the Rimmel, I was talking about the CYO. I think I'm going to try these two together. I think the lightweight feel of this one might help set off the heaviness of the Rimmel one. And this will help darken this one up a little bit, because the CYO is a little bit, just tiniest little bit too light for my skin. But I really like this foundation. I wore this foundation on Wednesday and I wore it on Thursday this week. So 2 days in a row. My plan was to wear one of them Tuesday, one of them Wednesday, and whichever one I liked better, I would wear on Thursday. And the CYO one is the one I reached for. I did buy this off the Walgreens website. You can buy it in Walgreens stores. I just don't have any close to me. So if you have a Walgreens close to you, I would absolutely recommend trying out this foundation. It is amazing. It looks really good on the skin. It's lightweight. Now, if you're a full coverage person, you might not like it, but if you like lighter weight foundations, you're going to love this foundation, I think. And it's only $7. So, I mean, if you don't like it, you could try to return it. I've never tried to return makeup to drugstores. I don't know. They might take it back. But I really like it. And everyone I've seen try this foundation out has really liked it. So absolutely, I would recommend this one. I would even recommend the Ulta Beauty HD if you're not going to wear it for too long in a given day. I even was like walking. I was in Washington, D.C. and I walked like, I don't know, like 10 or 12 blocks. And I was getting a little warm. I mean, it was cold that day and windy, but if you walk 10 or 12 blocks around D.C., you're going to get a little bit warm. And I had no problems with this foundation. So I really like this foundation a lot. I actually wore it for my Christmas pictures this year. We always take Christmas pictures every December, and this is the foundation I chose to wear for my Christmas pictures for all eternity. So anyhow, I do like the way it looks on my skin, more so with some primers than other primers. But overall, the only foundation that I would tell you to absolutely, in my opinion, with my skin and the way I like to wear foundation, the only one that I will absolutely stay away from is the Milani. I might try it as a mixer in future foundation reviews. I can't be sure, but I won't ever wear that again by itself. I just really don't like that foundation. All right. So the last part of this video is going to be a spoiler for February. I am about to show you the foundations that I am testing out for February. You will see these videos starting on the 5th and running through the 9th of February. If you don't want the spoiler, I will put the timestamp up here in the corner to tell you where to skip ahead to. But for February, I am going to be doing all high-end foundations. I've already filmed all of my first impressions. I'm actually in the process now of trying them over again to keep telling you my thoughts and ideas or thoughts and experiences with them. The 5 foundations that I'm trying in February are the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid, the Stila Stay All Day Foundation and Concealer, the Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo, and the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Mattifying Oil-Free Foundation. So those are the 5 foundations I'm going to be posting in February that I'm currently trying out to let you know my final thoughts by the end of the month of February. But if you're interested in seeing my reviews or my first impressions of those 5 foundations, come back. Again, they're going to start posting the 5th of February. And I look forward to having you back. I do hope you guys are enjoying this series. A lot of your comments seem to indicate that you are enjoying the series, so I'm very excited, very happy that you are. I have actually even started trying out the March foundations as well. Given that I have a full-time job, I do have to try to work on trying out these foundations early enough that I have enough time to continue to try them out. So I have already filmed one of my March videos, and I will continue to film those throughout the month of February so that you can see what my March first impressions are coming up in the next couple of weeks. So anyhow, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit the red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Did you enjoy this 5 days of foundation for January? Are there any other foundations you want me to pick up? I have a whole table full in front of me of all the foundations that I currently own that I have not yet tried or I have not yet given a full first impression of. Like there's one that I know I tried for a video that I washed off right away, so I can't give you what my first impression of that one was. But I do already have a bunch already purchased that I'm planning on trying out. But if there's any that you would like me to try, leave those in the comment section down below. What did you think of this series? Let me know that as well. Do you like me giving you the spoilers for next month, or would you prefer me to not give you the spoilers? Let me know that as well in the comment section down below. One of the things I've seen a couple other people do some series like this, and it's kind of exciting to like click on the video when it first pops up to see what foundation they're trying. I feel like giving you a little bit of a sneak peek or a little bit of a spoiler might also pique your interest so that you know what's coming up next month. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So I do thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.